Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Here's a dog bowl. Sure. But yeah, I tried making a playlist called Steamwood Forest Isaac. Got some mods from Steamworks on Isaac. There's a Steamwood Forest, Brave Heads Musashi, PlayStation 1. Best game for the PS4, by the way. I wonder if using the Bible at this point would kill me even if I have God mode or dog mode engaged. Right, I have to shoot the TV. Kinda forgot. Knockback is triggering on the television. That's neat. Where am I? But yeah, I have 4 parts to that playlist, which I don't think I'll do any more of. I don't know. But part 1 eventually might be able to be publicly available. Right now it's private video because it's got like 20 different things that are considered a copyright, and it only lets me delete one at a time by muting all of the audio that exists in that part of the video. I can't just... So, when it eventually becomes public, it's basically going to be 90+% mute. I got a bunch of mods that turn various characters into either dogs, cats, or sexy anime waifus. The only thing I have to make the game easier is, of course, the God mode or dog mode is just an Easter egg. You know, as you can see on the left side, I can't get any achievements from doing this. Alright. I forgot I picked up Echo Chamber, and I think I've gotten bad effects for everything. So... great. By the way, I don't know if this counts as a drink, but I have a jar of private selection restaurant style salsa, medium. So I'm not even using chips, I'm just drinking it straight out of the can, jar, whatever. It says medium, but it's kind of spicy. Got some apple juice here. resisting urge to double check OBS. But I got a bunch of mods that do various things like Isaac, Vampire Survivors. Thing that makes the Tenant Skull that gives you the full card a little more noticeable. Got a thing that's made by the people who do the Madness Combat stuff to do various things like Mega Satan's a giant clown, the Lamb, and Blue Baby and Isaac or some various things. Several characters are different things. Dark Judas is an Echo. Dark Esau is an Echo. Mob fights. Got Lady Demetrescu from Resident Evil 8 Feet. As you can see in the background, the Bestia mod is active there, but we have Madness Combat Harbingers. Why is that? Part 1 of my Steamwood Forest Isaac playlist. It's me with like, I got Pochika, a box of friends, so I have like 20 of them, eventually Chainsaw Doggo from Chainsaw Man. And a bunch of characters are either Neckos or White-Bows. Hush is an Echo. I had like 20 Chainsaw Devil blood puppies in them. Boss Rush. I also had the Magic Madoka music soundtrack from Steamworks, which is why there's such a copyright issue with that first video. Then again, I got a copyright strike from a video of a game called Punchline that I did one video of like a year ago. Like I think it was like early May of last year. So like 10 or 11 months ago. And it's a lesser known game, and it's just like, okay, but it's fine. I appealed the strike, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. You have a second form, right? Where are you? Yep. Let's see what you do next. But yeah, with that, it's like that was kind of unexpected. With that, didn't think I actually violated any kind of copyright at all with that one. Now, as far as Part 1 of Steamwood Forest, which again is a reference to Raven's Musashi, PlayStation 1, and Steamworks from the Steam page. I guess I should have known better than to use music, which is kind of funny because initially my first intention was to use a binding of Skrillex mod to have Skrillex music in the background. So it's like I don't care about the monetizations. I just want good music to listen to. I'm tired of listening to the same Isaac music over and over and over again. I have 1,000 hours of Binding Isaac events. I just wanted to listen to new music. But yeah, I have like, Spirit Destiny is now Lance Larches from Evangelion. The Dolly power-up is now a little doll with Rei Ayanami. Aside from that, it's just a bunch of mods that turn characters into like, the Haun's big is King Boo. Other stuff like that. And here's the thing, when you do see Bestia in the next video, because I'm not going to have the actual fight, though it is kind of odd to have the Madness Combat opponents here with, you know, just amazing boobs in the background. then again, if Bestia was a real person. Sorry. Staring at boobs in the distance. And like I said, in the next video you'll just see like the normal Bestia mod, because there's one that I don't have, which I saw, which is like not really needed in Isaac, where it's like the boobs are bigger, they jiggle more, and there's nipples and full nudity. And I'm like, that's... I can't really have that, because YouTube would not be okay with that. But yeah. Part 1. We'll say this, if I had boobs, 1, I would want them to be big. 2, I'd probably play with them all the time. 3, I would probably annoy people by showing them off all the time too. I'm just saying, if I had sexiness, I would flaunt it. I remember part 1, I actually barely beat the DOGma fight, and I barely survived the Bestia fight. But yeah, I got mods that change a lot of the characters. Either the Madness combat things, or Neckos, or dogs, or sexy anime waifus. The only thing I have that changes the actual game difficulty is there's no rush. It takes away the time requirement, boss rush, and hush. Like, when I got to boss rush, when I played part 1 of Steepwood Forest, Isaac, it took me an hour to get to boss rush because I played this game so fucking slowly. Oh wow, I can't see. But yeah, I at least managed to beat Boss Rush Bestia with Kane, I think, if I remember right. But yeah, that's part 1. Just a lot of madness combat. Part 2 is like 2 hours of me just bitching about like, feelings and emotions and shit. And then I fought Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Solid as Ultra Greed. Part 3 is just me just trying to make a concise video explaining what the mods do, and then I use the Back Asswards challenge from Lazarus to just show off the Mega Save being a giant clown. Are you dead? I think he died. I didn't think he went to his next form. Anyway, we'll end this so I can make the next video starting at Bestia. All I'm gonna do is I did it once in a video about a year back, where if you stay in the beast fight for 10 plus minutes and don't do any damage, though granted I didn't have God mode at that point, I just had Unbreakable and nothing that did passive damage. So if you stay in the beast mode fight for like 10 minutes plus and you don't do any damage to the beast, though I'm not sure at what point, I think it's, yeah, it should be fine. But, yeah, I think, if I remember right, I know I have a video of it, I can put it in a couple playlists. Then I've gotten to floor 9,000 infinite basements too. I've grinded up 9,000 plus deaths in Crash Bandicoot 4 on a single level. Took like 36 hours straight of non-stop killing a bandicoot. But yeah, if you stay in the beast fight for like 10 minutes plus and don't do any damage, the beast does a unique new attack pattern. So maybe I'll do that with Bestia here in a moment. You guys can just have 10 minutes to see boobs jiggle. Again, like I said, if YouTube would allow it, I would definitely do the not safe for work version of it, in which, you know, the tits are bigger, fully naked, jiggle more, and have nipples. But YouTube would not be okay with that. If it were, I would post that, but I'm pretty sure YouTube would not be okay with that. Even I don't think boobs count as nudity. But they do would be amazing cuddly pillows. But like I said, if I had boobs, I would just... yeah, I would definitely wind up cuddling them myself. I'd be cuddling parts of myself. It's like Lunar D8, making everyone out there on the internet world awkward and uncomfortable. I'm gonna drink more of the salsa out of this jar. Yeah, Snamewood Forest was such an idea of me just using mods and stuff, and it's like, hey, I was like trying to avoid having any actual cheating things or extra items. Like, I'm still trying to go for more completion. I'm like, I know I'm not going to be 100% completion, but I was like, hey, maybe I can get a couple more achievements and stuff. And that's the main thing. But the main thing that kind of was discouraging on that is that, you know, I had the Magic Madoka, Princess, Magical Girl, whatever, music, which is an anime, and the music was pretty kick-ass, and it's just like, I wanted in the background, I thought, even though it's technically only after Plus, so a lot of stuff in Repentance didn't have music for it, so it would just go back to default, but I was like, still, what's up? I was like, okay, I can listen to this for maybe 20 parts of me doing legitimate attempts at beating the game, and, you know, applying by the actual rules of the game, just with different sound effects. Like, I have a mod that makes me make hentai sounds every time I take damage. And like I said, everything's a neko, or a dog, or an anime girl, and I don't have to worry about rushing to boss rush or hush. Aside from that, like, you know, there's not like there's anything that makes me able to cheat to get achievements or anything. I just wanted to spice it up a little bit. That's one thing, it's like, and of course there's Isaac Survivors, that's part 4. Yeah, also I do a couple of odd things here and there, but basically it's just the Isaac Survivors thing, which I play a little bit of, but yeah. Now, like I said, there's a custom Lamb and Satan. Isaac Blue Baby is like Madness Combat stuff. Of course, Mega Satan's that clown for Madness Combat. Delirium is kind of odd because it might have a couple things for that stuff, but the Bestia foot thing, the feet pics video, which is the one video before this, it's also a Bestia foot. It's just, you know, the Delirium static. And of course, there's several other characters that are changed. There's a Siren character that's a thing from an actual band, where it's changed to look like an actual band person. And there's some silly little mods here and there, where a couple bosses are anime girls, a couple characters are anime girls, like Dark Esau. You're now getting chased by but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all the mods I have. It's just everything's a cat or a dog, or makes hentai noises, or is just more easy to see, or looks like something from Madness Combat, or is a sexy anime waifu. Though I will say this, I don't know if I'll ever get around to showing it. It's by the same person who does the Madness Combat stuff. It's technically something from Madness Combat, but it's more described as like a creepypasta thing. The Mother's Shadow and the alt path to the Mother fight. That Shadow's changed to basically into like a creepypasta monster. So basically something to make you genuinely unsettled. But I'm not sure if I'll ever get a chance to show that because I was like, I don't know. The fact that I can't listen to different music kind of kills the mood for me. Because like I said, part 1 is just I'm listening to magical Madoka music. And I fought Madness Combat, Neko's Doggos, and Giant Anime Neko, a giant anime big titty waifu. Part 2, I bitch for about 2 hours about feelings and emotions, and then fight Senator Armstrong, Green Mode. Part 3 is I show off some stuff with the Nekos and cat girls and anime stuff, then do Vampire Survivors. And I try to be concise about explaining, concise and quick about explaining how the mods work and what mods I have. Part 4. Actually, maybe part 4 is the Isaac Survivors thing. Part 3 is the Vega Satan thing as a clown. Part of me was like, considered just trying to play for a while, like maybe 20 to 30 parts. Like initially, the idea is I was going to do Steamwood Forest, and I was going to do 20 to 30 parts, trying to get extra achievements. And it probably would have lasted a few months to keep up with that. And the whole time I'd be listening to magical Madoka music, and then after that I'd be able to change to a different type of music off Steamworks. And maybe add a couple new boss graphic changes and a few little silly jokes here and there. That'd be enough to at least get majority of the unlocks until I'm to the point where anything left is just stuff that's too hard. Like I spent I think I had a negative win streak of negative 151. Trying to get any kind of win with Tainted Lost. But yeah, the fact that I can't really listen to other music without it being considered some sort of copyright issue, I don't know. That just kind of kills the mood for me. And at that point, the only thing more I can think about is like at least I'm using dog mode or god mode here because I just want to show off these characters, but it's just kind of just the fact that I can't listen to that awesome music, because that magical, even I can't fucking say it. I'm sure the music's somewhere on YouTube. I can just find it and save it in this playlist so you can listen to it. Which is silly that you can just find it anywhere on YouTube. And it's considered fair use there, but me using it as part of a mod on Steamworks is considered a copyright issue. But again, that's fine, I understand. And it's still kind of odd about the Punchline game. It's a game that is a PS4 game. I don't remember having anything additional with it. It's just the game itself and me talking. A Let's Play is considered fair use. And on top of that, it's an extremely unknown game. It's like a really poor performing game in regard that it did not sell well. No one really knows it exists. Honestly, the controls were a bit of a hassle to the point that I only ever did one part. Not that that says a lot, so they can stop so many things on this channel. But it's a game that honestly hardly anybody's even heard about ever, even if they're a person that plays that genre all the time. Punchline is one of those games that, one, it's so unknown that at that point it's like getting copyright claim from a band that nobody has ever heard of ever before. And again, I understand, that's fine. My main thing I said in the claim is that, hey, it's a Let's Play. It's game footage. and me talking the whole time. But hey, if you want to count as copyright, that's fine. I'm not going to fight that. Just saying maybe you should get rid of the strike. But the main thing is just the fact that it was just out of the blue. It didn't give me the option. Because I know at one point I tried to do a unrehearsed creepypasta narration with a picture of Russell Crowe from the movie Virtuosity as my background. And then I had an instrumental from the band Rammstein. And I wound up getting a copyright claim on that where they said, okay, take the video down completely. We don't want you to edit anything. Just take the whole video down. Well, you have 7 days to do that or you get a copyright strike. One, I don't even know what it was that was a copyright, because they didn't tell me if it was the picture or the music. I assumed the music. Though I didn't even know the company claiming it in question even owned that. I was like, okay, wow. But, yeah. It is what it is. I'm just, one, I'm very sleep deprived. I'm kind of passing out in the middle of saying this shit. And two, it's just the fact that I can't really listen to that music. That's the thing. Like, on the one hand, it's kind of an annoyance that, you know, part one, I'm not sure if you guys are ever going to see. Because it's basically listing us like 20 different things on the one video that are considered a copyright issue. But it only lets me remove one at a time, and then while it's processing it says, oh, you can't access this while the video is processing. I'm like, can I just click all of them so all of them can be processing at the same time so that they're all like deleting the parts that you guys have a problem with? Because I would like to upload the video, but again, I apologize to any of you out there that might actually have some interest, but the only thing you're missing is just me yelling and screaming at Isaac. I don't know what it is, but I just yell and cuss in this game so much. But it's just, fuck. But this game does make me cuss at it a lot. But yeah, so parts 2, 3, and 4 are up. But part 1, I don't know if I'll ever have that actually posted to the channel or not. I'll probably keep the original video if there's ever an occasion to post it in a way that isn't a copyright issue. But at least that wasn't a strike or anything like that. It was just like, hey, just immediately blocked. Just say, hey, can you edit some stuff? I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's just, and I can't really complain about YouTube Editor not working that well for me. I mean, one, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And two, it's free. So, I can't complain about using a service that I didn't have to pay for. But it's just kind of annoying. But, and the idea is I would have played it for like 30 plus parts, going through different paths and trying to see all the different bosses and interactions. Then change the music up, maybe change a couple more bosses and graphics and sprites, but try mainly to obey the rules of the game. That of, hey, I'm not cheating. The only thing I'm really making easier is that I don't want to rush or boss rush or hush. I'm just gonna put the lid back on this salsa thing. But, I mean, it's neat and interesting, but it's just... And if people want to see it, maybe I'll do it, as long as I haven't done some other kind of mod or something that makes it too hard for me to get back to it. I don't know. I'm not really sure how any of this stuff works. To be honest, I was kind of paranoid a little after every mod, so it's like when I downloaded mods, I ran multiple virus checks just to be safe. Just out of slight paranoia of it. I almost fell out of my fucking chair just then. That would have hurt. My apple juices. Where's the lid of this? even know where the lid to that. Okay. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that's annoying about that. Granted, I was able to show off most of it. Granted, I never got to the Echo Hush or the Creepypasta Mother Shadow thing. So, you don't get to see essentially Jeff the Killer face chasing you through the caves or Hush being a giant kitty. But, you guys get the idea of the mods and what's interesting about them. And like I said, it added a little more spice to it, changed some graphics, but at least I didn't make the game easier to add new items. At one point I was looking at that Lunar update thing, because you know my name, and it's like planetariums that have bosses and new kinds of planetarium items, so it's like, oh, that's interesting. But it's like I went against it. And of course there's several things that can be cheating, like, you know, cheatage and stuff, or getting Godhead every time, switching what items spawn is what. Though I do think the Pochita mod increases the spawn rate of Blood Puppy, because I have seen it so much more than what is normal. But that makes sense. I mean, if you're going to make a thing to make where your item is some special new thing that you designed, you want people to see it. It's just, the biggest thing is just that I wanted to listen to different music. That one music with the magical Madoka thing, it was like really good music. I really liked it. Honestly, if you have the chance yourselves, I would recommend that you download the mod yourself just for your own casual playing on your own. But of course, if you're going to do Let's Plays, you can't use the music. But it's just like, I just really wanted to listen to the music. That's the thing. I just wanted to listen to the music. It's like really, really good music, but it is what it is. I hope everyone out there had a wonderful